Hello and welcome. In the next 8 minutes, we're going to systematically dismantle the playbook of the manipulator. Let's begin at the foundation. Gaslighting. This term is thrown around a lot, but its true meaning is specific and devastating. Gaslighting is a systematic process designed to make you question your own sanity, memory, and perception of reality. The manipulator doesn't just lie, they flatly deny things they said or did, even with proof. They'll say, "I never said that," "You're totally making things up," or "You're imagining things again. I think you need to get some sleep." Example, you confront your partner about a hurtful comment they made last night. They look you in the eye and say, "I never said that," "You're totally making things up," or "You're imagining things again. I think you need to get some sleep." Love bombing. This is the weaponization of affection. It happens early on. They'll overwhelm you with excessive admiration, attention, and gifts. They'll text constantly, call you their soulmate within days, and create an intense, addictive fantasy of perfect connection. But it's not genuine. It's a tactic to hook you and get you addicted to their validation. Once you're invested, the love bombing stops abruptly, replaced by devaluation. The contrast makes you desperate to win back that initial high, making you easy to control. Example, on the first week, they text you a dozen times a day, call you the one, and buy you an expensive necklace saying, "I've never felt this connection before. We must be soulmates." The silent treatment. This isn't needing space. It's a calculated emotional withdrawal used as punishment. The manipulator shuts down all communication, ignores your existence, and makes you feel invisible. It's emotional abandonment, designed to trigger your deepest fears of rejection. You'll anxiously analyze what you did wrong and often apologize for things that aren't your fault, just to restore connection. The silent treatment teaches you that compliance is the price of being acknowledged. Example, after a minor disagreement about dinner plans, your partner completely ignores you. No eye contact, no response to questions for 48 hours until you break down and apologize for bringing up the dinner plans in the first place. Guilt tripping. This tactic preys on your empathy and sense of responsibility. The manipulator implies your actions are the cause of their suffering. They use phrases like, "After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me," or play the victim with heavy sighs and disappointed looks. The goal is to make you feel so obligated that you override your own needs and boundaries to make them feel better. It's emotional blackmail, using your own conscience against you. Example, when you say you can't loan them money again, they sigh deeply and say, "I guess I'll just have to sleep on the streets. I thought you cared about me, but I guess after everything I've done for you, I was wrong." Passive-aggressive. This is the expression of hostility in indirect, deniable ways. Instead of confronting you, they use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, subtle sabotage, or intentional incompetence. They forget tasks, show up late, or say, "I'm fine," in a tone that clearly means the opposite. If you confront them, they act shocked and say, "Gosh, can't you take a joke?" The purpose is to punish you while maintaining plausible deniability, making you look like the irrational one. Example, you proudly show off a new outfit, and they reply, "That's a very bold choice. It's good that you don't care what people think." When you look hurt, they immediately say, "Gosh, can't you take a joke?" Moving the goalposts. The manipulator constantly changes the criteria for success or approval, ensuring you can never quite meet them. You achieve a goal they set, but instead of praise, they immediately present a new, more difficult requirement. This creates a perpetual state of striving and inadequacy, keeping you off balance and forever seeking their validation, which they strategically withhold. You'll never be good enough without their seal of approval. Example, your boss promises a raise if you finish the big project by Friday. You work overtime and finish it on Thursday. The boss says, "Great, but a raise really depends on finishing the next 3 projects early as well." That's the real sign of commitment. Lying by omission. This is the strategic withholding of crucial information to create a false impression. It's telling a technically true story, but leaving out the one key detail that would completely change its meaning. It's harder to detect than an outright lie, and when the full truth emerges, they can feign innocence, saying, "You never asked," or "I didn't think it was important." It's a calculated betrayal that corrupts the foundation of trust. Example: your friend tells you they bought a used car at a great price. They fail to mention the car has a major transmission issue they knew about, saying later, "Well, I said it was a good price. I didn't say it was in perfect condition." Information control, a broader, more systemic tactic. The manipulator seeks to control what you read, who you talk to, and what you believe. They might disparage your friends, calling them a bad influence, or dismiss all media that contradicts their worldview as propaganda. By limiting your access to the outside world, they make themselves your sole source of information and validation, creating a warped reality bubble. Example: your partner constantly tells you, "Don't listen to your sister. She's jealous of our relationship and is trying to sabotage us. The only person you can truly trust to have your back is me." Circular conversations. Arguments that go absolutely nowhere by design. The manipulator refuses to acknowledge your points, deflects, brings up unrelated past grievances, and uses word salad, a flood of confusing statements to overwhelm you. The goal isn't to resolve the conflict, but to win it by exhausting you. You give up just to end the torment, and the manipulator wins by default, learning that this is how they shut down any challenge. Example: you say, "We need to address the budget." They respond, "We've been over this. The budget's fine. You just spend too much. And why are we talking about money when you still haven't apologized for what happened last Christmas? Everything is related to that, you see, so we can't talk about X until we solve Y, which is actually Z." Double blinds. This is a no-win situation, a catch-22 designed to trap you. No matter what you choose, you are wrong. A classic example: you should just know what I want without me telling you. If you guess right, it doesn't count. If you guess wrong, you're insensitive. The double blind creates a state of chronic anxiety and paralysis because the rules of the game are designed for you to lose, systematically destroying your confidence. Example: you sense your partner is upset and ask, "What's wrong?" They snap, "Nothing. Stop being so dramatic and fishing for problems." If you stop asking and leave them alone, they later accuse you of not caring enough to check on them when they were clearly having a bad day. If you find this information useful, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more in-depth content every week.